joining me for your 2019 yearly psychic tarot reading. I am using the Morgan Greer deck, and I'm also offering this exact type of reading in video format effective January 1st. If you like your annual personal psychic tarot reading, that will be an option at audreyalison.com via the PayPal button. So let's see what comes up here for Pisces. Please watch your rising sign, moon sign, and your sun sign for a full dose of divination. Your first cards: King of Pentacles into the Six of Pentacles, Four of Cups and the Hermit, Page of Swords, the Sun. Oh my God, I love it. Judgment, the Hangman reversed, the Eight of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the Nine of Wands. Wow, the Ten of Cups. This could be the year Pisces is getting married. This could be a very powerful year. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 major arcana cards. That tells me that things are elevating for you. And big changes can happen when the major arcana cards are present. So let's start in January with this King of Pentacles. January is our eclipse season, first one of the year. On the 5th, we have a new moon, partial solar eclipse in Capricorn, in Earth. And this King of Coins is an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn, very present in Pisces life. And if it isn't right off the bat, I feel like it's an energy that can be represented in you. Mastering your environment and occupation, drawing upon that energy. But I feel that some Pisces, single Pisces, will be connecting very early. On the 21st, there's a full moon total lunar eclipse in Leo. So eclipse season eclipses people in and out of your life, and this person might be a prominent player. Heading into February, the Six of Coins, powerful resources cards, sharing resources, investments, charitable works, aiding and helping others, remaining balanced in your finances, budgeting, splitting responsibility in the households. This is powerful, beautiful, supportive, secure coin energy in January and February. Now, March brings a little bit of spilled milk here because Mercury will be retrograde in March on the 5th at 29 degrees of Pisces in your first house, back through the 16th degree of Pisces through the 28th of March. And this card denotes looking a little bit back or remembrance. It's not the Six of Cups for connection and nostalgia in a happy kind of way. This denotes some sadness, and maybe I'm getting that someone could reach out again to you in the retrograde. You see how that hand's coming out with a cup? Like, do you still care about me? Are you still an option to either connect with or emotionally screw with? Because I don't like the feeling of this in March, and I feel like you're reminded of something that soured. Because, oh, I'm getting the sour grape syndrome. Maybe some of you feel left out of something in March, or you're looking at something behind the shadows. I'm getting it from the imagery of this card, like you're halfway in hiding and watching something. Someone could reach out to you, and this might have been a connection you've tried a few times. I don't know if it's worth accepting the call. See how they're not reaching back out? It's there, you're just looking at it. Maybe you're not participating in something that had soured before in March. And usually when the retrograde happens, we hear from people out of the woodwork. So I don't think you'll be jumping to the opportunity for that. And then we head into April, where the Hermit's present, retreating, but leaving the light on, still watching behind the scenes. That's very similar to this energy. The Hermit retreats from a situation, but is still very much aware and present and participating in their own silent world. It's also the sign of Virgo in the Tarot. And in April, we have retrograde energy, retreating energy. Jupiter in Sagittarius retrogrades on the 10th of April, and Pluto retrogrades in Capricorn on the 24th in the Earth sign, like Virgo, the Earth energy. And on the 29th, Saturn retrogrades in Capricorn. So things might slow down in the month of April, but I feel like there's nothing dull about the Hermit. People, if you're not going out or you're less social, it doesn't make you unpopular. It just makes you honed in, and you might even be more powerful the more you recuperate and repair and have some reprieve in the month of April. Heading into May, the Page of Swords. Here's some communication, or even an air sign male. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, maybe younger than you, or just a message of connection. The page is reckless in their delivery of this message. Every page has a different tone, and the tone of the Page of Swords is a little harsh. There could be an ultimatum given to you in the month of May, or an invitation or an ultimatum to choose between relationship. June brings happiness and relationship and possibly marriage or success, the warmth of connection. So perhaps, I hope you're not being pressured into relationships. Some of you might feel pressured after some time apart, but do what makes you happy and what makes you feel warm and connected, not worried. Going into July, the Judgment card is here. There could be spiritual connection, weddings, ritual, getting God involved. Maybe you're going through couples therapies or counseling, or relying on people who've passed, or angels, praying, calling on angels. In gratitude, I just heard, not just because you're needing help, but in gratitude. Everyone's celebrating in the heavens. Some of you are connecting with people and committing. And if some of you are getting married in June, trust that your family and your deceased loved ones will be attending. I might set a plate for Uncle Joe and Aunt Kathy. I don't even know why I said those names. Those aren't my relative names. But there's calling all angels here in July, and we are having eclipse season opposite the January energy of eclipse time. On the 2nd of July, we have the new moon total solar eclipse in Cancer. And on the 16th, we have the full moon partial lunar eclipse in Capricorn. Ensconced between those eclipses is a Mercury retrograde. On the 7th of July, Mercury retrogrades at 4 degrees of Leo back through 23 degrees of Cancer through July 31st. You might hear in the subconscious mind from loved ones. You might dream and have strong memory recall of people who have influenced you in your life, angels and otherwise. In August, the Hangman is retrograde, and so is Uranus in Taurus on the 11th. download an insight, which is the planet Uranus. Innovative thought reminds me of what's capable when the hangman is upright. So stay, oh, I see. So the hangman like this is somewhat Uranian in that it's all about the download of progressive thought. And that is what Uranus is. Now that Uranus is retrograde, the hangman looks like he's standing on his feet. Look at that, making the number 4 with his leg. Maybe August 4th is a powerful day for you. But I'm kind of loving that he's standing on his feet right now when Uranus is retrograde. It might be less chaotic for you. You might be more grounded due to spiritual influence. And that, oh, right, because if you're in, some of you are in healing therapies or things you're doing in partnership together or on your own, you feel more grounded as opposed to hung or upside down. September brings some concentrated energy, and so concentrated that you might even feel limited. Try to remove mental blockages in any of the work you're doing in relationship or in your life. You only are what you tell yourself you are, is what I'm getting. So why not make it a good thing? In both of these, they're tied. The hangman is tied by his foot, just one of his feet, and she's tied and tied. So, and these are the opposite, considering he's retrograded. I feel like you don't want to go back to your old ways in September. You've done so much work so far. Don't go back to telling yourself what you've done wrong. Try believing in yourself a little bit more in this month. I think that maybe you might feel a little bit insecure. Not all of you, but there's some limitation that you feel you can't get out of, but you can. You can. You've got some beautiful cards going into, well, you've got them throughout this whole reading. Even the Hermit I like. Let's go into October, where you have one true love and happiness and fulfillment, and those single can connect again, and those connected can commit further. Marriage. This is some marriage right here. Mercury retrogrades on October 31st. Very last day, Samhain. In 27 degrees of Pisces, in water, in that cup energy, back through 11 degrees of Scorpio, through the 20th of November, where you're fighting for your right to party a little bit. Beastie boy. You are ready to explore, but there's a tone of defensiveness to this, and maybe rush. You're rushing down the aisle. Some of you are planning your lives very quickly and hastily. No judgment. It's your life. It's your tempo. You have free will. The cards are a tool. They are a psychic guide. I feel like the pace of this feels excitable and relieved. You're willing to fight for this relationship, though. He's looking right at what he loves, and he's ready to battle anything that tries to get in its way. And then you're heading to connectedness and commitment, happiness, celebration, love at the highest level because it's a 10. And you're one. So marriage is huge with these two cards on top of each other here. And just watch what you're saying in the retrograde here. It will trine you in Scorpio energy, so you'll receive that retrograde stronger. On the 26th of December, we have our new moon partial solar eclipse in Capricorn, right after Christmas Day. But you are united It might be a Christmas wedding. It might be next, you know, in 2019. I would like to pull an astrological card for you for the year. Just something you can connect to either in meditation or just thought. It has 12 of the zodiac signs and 9 of the planets. I want this one. For Pisces for 2019. Venus, your ruling planet. No, I'm sorry, Neptune's your ruling planet. I just felt like that was so your ruling planet for a minute. Wow. Venus, goddess Aphrodite, beauty, love, attraction. Taking care of the physical self, the body, the spirit too, inside and out, taking care of yourself. There's also seashells a lot on here. You know, Aphrodite came from the sea, and that's such a Piscean energy. I think Pisces might be exalted in Venus. I'm sorry, Venus is exalted in Pisces, not the other way around. I can barely talk when I'm in this channel mode. I think that you are shining, and Venus has arrived, is the message I'm getting for you. I hope this was helpful for you, Pisces. I'm wishing you a beautiful 2019, and should you require private counsel, I'm at audreyalison.com. Remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.